Hello, welcome everyone to the first video that I'm doing for a bookshelf collection or a collection tour. So quite a number of people have been asking about this. The reason why I decided to do it now was just because I had time, and beforehand I couldn't really do it because this bookshelf, the main thing is that it's double stacked, so it's like, you know, two layers of books for each row, which is, man, gonna be tough to really show off fully. So I think this will just be maybe one of the parts of a bookshelf tour. Maybe like I'll do one now and then one later. I don't think I'll release them at the same time, just because it is time consuming to do all this. But another thing as well is that this bookshelf is not everything that I own. In fact, I would say the books here maybe make up half-ish of the books I own in total. So the rest of it, they are hidden away in containers, scattered around different places. So it's kind of hard to do a full bookshelf and collection overview. But I think either way, this bookshelf is a good snapshot into my collection because it kind of has everything from every corner of the manga interest that I have. But yeah, so we'll see how this video goes. I might just do just the first layer, and then in this video, and then like the other layer and another one. We'll see. I don't really know how this video is gonna go. It might be jank, but let's start off with the top here. So on the top, you can see all of these Gaara issues stacked. So pretty much they are kind of the later Gaara issues. So if you see, for example, here, these are like 80s issues, I guess 90s as well. And then the early ones look like they're like 60s. But most of the ones up there are the later issues. And you've got these are some King Terry ones, for example. But yeah, got a Singapore souvenir and also Tomie shiny sticker. But also for people who are asking like how I store my Gaara issues, kind of like this, just in sleeves. And I just make sure, you know, the blinds are closed, so no sunlight hits these books for too long a duration. But yeah, I think I have like 70 Gaara issues in total. These aren't everything, there's more hidden away, but at least you get to see some of those Gaara issues. So I think what I'll start off with, I'll start with this row, I guess. I apologize firstly for the shakiness because it's just me holding my phone, and I also apologize for any background noises, and because the floorboards are kind of squeaky. But yeah, I think also as I go through the video, I'm not gonna like talk about every single series here at length. I'm also not going to remember every single name and author, so it'll hopefully be a flick through, a quick go through for everything. But we'll see what I feel like talking about. All right, so starting off, we've got on the left here some Umes stuff. So, oh, it's gonna be hard. All right, God's Left Hand, Devil's Right Hand. The 6-volume run of that. I'm not sure if this is the original run because obviously there's a Perfection edition as well, but maybe this was the first appearance of it. Next, we've got Snake Woman or Hebi Onna by Umezu as well, Perfection edition. Really love this one. And the rest of this is kind of like more recent manga. So for example, by Yumi Sudo, this is Hotai Shoujo Kikan, an anthology of GL works. We've got a Kaiko Fuyumushi collection that's like more magical realism. You have, I have Warashi no Hanachi, Warachizu. They were featured in Glaiolia. They also did the cover for Glaiolia 3. We've got another short story collection, Hasegawa M, horror. I'm surprised this one has the most views on my channel. Did not expect it to be the most viewed, but I guess people love horror. And then we've also got Dracula, the one by Sakamoto Shinichi. Oh man, I'm blanking on names already. But Dracula, this is volume 3. I only have up to 3. I have not read this for quite a while actually, because I think I'm just wanting to wait for the series to, I guess, maybe finish or come close to finishing before I binge it. So not in a rush too much for me. Next to it, I've got some harder stuff. So Mission in the Apocalypse. Have not touched this yet. This is a harder collection that I have read and did show off. Some more Yumi Pseudo. Not GL, but kind of like a slice of life kind of drama. Aoi Ikebe, one of my favorite authors. Love that. This one, Konya Sukiyaki Dogo. Have not read this one yet, so I don't know what that's about. Two Men in a Garden by Nakano Shizuka. Some fun short stories leading towards the magical realism side as well. They also featured in Axe at one point, put out by Beam Comics. Another Beam Comics release. This is a recent showcase on a video I had. Shino Ura, Fake Biography of Sanjin. And then these two volumes are of a series called The Hysteric Trigger. I've only read volume 1, but I remember it's being like something like, this girl has powers. She's trying to find a villain that maybe killed her family. From what I remember, it's been so long, I actually don't remember, but I think I have a couple volumes of that. And then we have some more GL by Asumiko Nakamura, have not touched that yet, and also Dobutsu Ningen, or Beast Human, which I have not read either. So yeah, a lot of these I will not have read. Continuing that on, if you watched my horror haul video quite a while ago, all of these on the left are the Tanima Yumeji and Kandamori pickups that I had. So Minagoroshi Gakuen, for example, that's by Kandamori. We've also got some Tanima Yumeji stuff, so check out that video if you want. Here are some older horror releases that I had. So Cursed Doll by Nakano Yumi, a Hibari release. And then we have Fox-Eyed Girl by Kazuo Umezu. And then Vampire Moth, great one, by Nishi Takiro. And also, just to preface as well, I forgot if I said this, but there's not really any organization in these shelves. They're not really organized by genre or date for the issues. It's kind of just what fits. I think I have too many books anyways to really properly organize things, so I don't have time to do that, but we move on. So this is a recent reprint of Hino Hideshi. This is Hino Hideshi Best Works. Love this one. This one has Panorama of Hell in it. Two recent horror releases that I picked up. So this is by Saiko Kaburagi, which I picked up from the Japan Book Hunter live that they did, live horror drop. And this is, I think, like Vampire Girl Violet, a reprint of an old horror release that I don't know the name of for the manga. And then, very different, Michi Michi, back to Wadachizu. Love this one. It's about like these little spirits that come to life. Baku-chan, the 2-volume series that was serialized in Beam Comics by Masamura Jushuichi. And then we've got some more GL. This is Mizuno and Chayama, 2-volume series that was okay. It was kind of just like two girls from two rival families in a village falling in love. One of my favorite authors ever, Natsuji Miyazaki. This is There's Nothing Wrong with Us, the very first book that I read from them, and I've been addicted ever since. Some more Kaiko Fuyumushi collection. This is Heaven by, or Tengoku by Goto Yukiko. Weird one, really weird one. I don't know if I liked it or not, but I don't know if I want to continue reading more Goto Yukiko works, but maybe, we'll see. I think there's one called Phobia that I might pick up later. And then just a classic horror series, Cooler Than Dead, just zombie apocalypse stuff. And then up here, I've got the Green Yuri, the guy that she was interested in wasn't a guy after all, or whatever it's called, long name. And then a Mazuzo Furukawa collection on the back, which I did a spotlight on, Studying for a Fairy Tale. Limited to like 500 copies. Okay. Oops. Again, sorry for the shaking. Next thing. So, This is where I have most of my Junji Ito stuff, so the complete collection of his works. So we've got Tomie, the first 2 volumes are Tomie, and then Soichi. I didn't really like this one. I've talked about Soichi before, but I don't really enjoy the Soichi series from Junji Ito. This is Love Sickness, which I really loved. And I think I also read this one recently. I don't remember the name of this. And that's where I'm up to so far. So I'm kind of taking my time with it. This is Frankenstein as well. Frankenstein's got a really cool cover. I think most of these are in English anyways, but I'm just taking my time. We've got some other collections. I think this is like Shiva as well. And then Uzumaki, the really big version. And then up here, this thing, this Makima bag, what's inside this, they are all just postcards and stickers and everything like that. So because I don't have space, I just store it through there. And we've got Barafoto by Ichiba, Desin by Yosuke Inoue, some more Ichiba, and then a Jojolin volume. And then up here, we've got 2 random Axe issues. We've got the reprint of Tetsuhiro Wakabayashi, his Kashion stuff, which I showed off in the Kashion video. And then this one called Tora 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 by Yoji Terada. It's a manga which I haven't read yet. Picked this up from Sendai, but excited to get into that sometime. Okay. All right, so moving on to the 4th section of the shelf. Pretty much Axe plus other stuff. So these are kind of the more recent Axe issues, 151 to 158. I've stopped collecting Axe because I haven't been keeping up, like I haven't been reading Axe issues, so I don't want to accumulate too much without me actually getting through them. Right now I am focusing more on Gara issues, and even then I still haven't bought any Gara issues for like a year. So, or like not a year, but like I haven't really bought any Gara issues for a while. But yeah, recent ones plus like random issues too. One of my favorite covers is Daisuke Ichiba 101, but just an example, this is the most recent one I have by Doburin on the cover. I've got Sakabashira Imiri, Shintaro Kago, Yoji Moriguchi, this is by QBB, Matsura Koichi, and then Kondo Akino. And then on the top there, we've got Hataraku Kappa, or Working Kappa by Sakabashira Imiri. And then we've got Golden Mary, or Mary by Minishi Keizo. I showed that off. Not Ready for Real Life by Taiwanese author Ding Pao Yen, put out by Glacier Bay. We've got a recent release by Seirin Kogeisha actually, Medaka no Ko by Wakakusa Hyosu. This one was okay. I finished that, but the main thing I loved was the art style. Very fluid art style, love that. We've got Shonen Jidai, or Boyhood by Minishi Keizo, another collection of his like earlier stuff. Ein is the manga. This is called Mimicry. Crazy one. About like, I don't know, like alien girls in food. We always love Neru no Daisuki. This is called Ie Meguri, or like moving houses. It's really fun, about the cat character trying to find a place to live, but every place he finds is insane. And then we've got this issue or reprint of like Basara, which is like a magazine. Have not read this yet, so I don't know too much about it. Some more Natsujike Miyazaki. This one was very confusing. I tried to read it, but yeah, hopefully waiting for that to pop up in English. And then some of these I haven't opened yet. So this is Stardust Family, I believe it's called in English. It's a 2-volume series. Don't know what it's about, but picked it up a while ago. Surugaya. We've got some more Kaiko Furimushi. The whole series is 3 volumes, but I've only got just the 2 for now. And a little sneak peek at the back, you can see some Tateshi there. Okay, so I guess I'll go to this one, my favorite part of the shelf. I'm just gonna sit down. Okay, so this is where I have all the Gara issues, a lot of the Gara issues pretty much. So again, there's no order to the Gara issues, but it just so happened that a lot of the earlier issues are in this section. So by earlier, I'm talking about 60s. So 68, 67, even 65. I've got my earliest Gara issue there. Plus some more thinner, large format books like a lot of the Daisuke Ichiba stuff. And this is a cute, it's filled with like Chainsaw Man merch. So just an example of some of the issues in here. Got here a Tsuge Yoshiharu collection. We've also got, of course, the classic Kamuiden covers. We've got this really nice Mizuki Shigeru one, the only cover he did for Garo. And I've also got my earliest issue of Garo here. This is the 4th issue of Garo ever made. I think it was like end of 64, and then some of the top here 69 as well. And then a lot of this stuff is Ichiba. So Barador, of course. This is the easiest Ichiba book to get, but we've also got the holo press releases, Namazuko and KSKHH. Some of the rarer releases that I've got, so this here and also this here. Shout out to Japan Book Hunter. English picture book release by Takate Teshi, put out by 50 Watts. We've also got, wow, even so much Ichiba here. So I think this is THC. Yeah, THC. We've got Midare Gami over here. We've got so many. Kohal, holo press releases, Heartbreak Reincarnation. We've also got the LDC Takashi Nemoto book that I showed off previously. Another LDC release for Tetsunori Tawaraya, Midnight something. This is really cool. This is early works of Nishioka Kyodai. Very different to what, you know, the signature Nishioka Kyodai stuff is. So that was pretty cool. Iceland by Yuichi Yokoyama, and these are just Land of the Lustrous gi chains. So Foss and Diamond. But yeah. Again, all this stuff is only just a snapshot. If you haven't seen any books in this bookshelf, it's because it's just somewhere else. So I've got other Ichiba stuff outside, the bigger art books, etc. All right, so we'll move on to here. So Jojolian, Postcard, Jojo Lands. I'll just get rid of these first so I can properly show off Garo issues, and also just like a nice Pop Team Epic keychain. Oh, and also the Alice keyring that I got from Smash. So that's from Pandora Hearts. Okay, so on the top we've got Axe issues, and then here some more of the smaller format Nishioka Kyodai stuff. So this is a flip book by them. We've also got just like little picture book stories by Nishioka Kyodai. And then this is where I have all of the 1973 run of Garo, the current year that I'm reading. So from here over to here. So that's what I'm doing the manga magazine on right now mainly. Just getting through all of that. We've got Hanawa cover. We've also got some 72 issues. I love 72 issues as well, but I don't have all of them. So this is one by Masato Furukawa. We've got another Hanawa cover. And we have... I thought this one actually... Okay, so I thought this Sasaki Maki issue actually was the only Sasaki Maki cover that he did, but guess not. I think I found like another one in like the later years, but it's more of like... It resembles the art he did for Haruki Murakami. It's a bit different. So yeah, we've got 73 issues, and then just a random assortment of other ones like King Terry, 1983 issue. Maruo, like a 90s issue. Just, yeah, an assorted section of that. But yeah, a Garo only shelf, or plus X, but Garo only. Let's move on. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, this one's a weird shelf. So Shoujo, one of my favorite Shoujo series. This is Gunjo Reflection, 5 volumes of that, and then Onna and Maida, by Mini Shikezo, have not touched that yet. Look Back by Fujimoto, of course. Give Her Back to Me by Hana Chitani. Another Glacier Bay, From This Flame by Omi Konomi. One of my favorite releases this year, the Natsujike Miyazaki English release. And then we've got all 9 volumes of Inside Mari by Oshimi Shuso. Oh god. I was kind of rereading this recently, so it kind of looks bad, but yeah. On the left, another Natsujike Miyazaki release, and then a 3-volume series by Fumino Aya called The Essence of Being a Muse, about a girl wanting to be an artist. This is also out in English, I believe. Okay, let's move over. Okay, so where do we? Okay, JoJo Lands, Volume 1. I have read this one, but I have not kept up. Volume 5 of Hysteric Trigger. I don't know where the other volumes went, 3 and 4. This one's called Girl's Cage, which I have not touched yet. I think it's a 4-volume series, maybe like a horror of some sorts. I don't know. A lot of these ones I have not touched, but this one I read. Star Child, some nice shoujo. Empire of the Ants, have not read this yet. This is by Tomi Masako. Sex-chan, I don't even know what this is about, but this was like a while since I bought it. This one of another favorite author of mine, Yoichi Abe. So 2 volumes of that plus this Dick one, which I think is really funny, but I can't show. Don't know what this one's about, nor do I know that one. But yeah, they're all kind of like recent series. So this one's another serializing one, Hata at the moment. Looks really cool, but I've got the first 2 volumes of that. And then we've got Maria no Danzai, I think the name of it was. Very, very good revenge manga so far, but there's only like 3 volumes out. We've got The Day My Feet Reach the Petals by Yoshida Mitsuhiko. Showed that off before. Haven't read this one yet. Piu Piu by Mini Shikezo. And then this one is Listening is Remembering by Morizumi Takehito, who also had, I think, yes, I'm pretty sure they had a chapter in like Leolia 3 or something. This one is Harada Chiaki, I believe the name was. Akai Sashimi, collection of short works. Hino Hideshi, great works. There will be another installment in the series called Hino Hideshi Animal Works next, I think the name was. And then this is by Mukukon, who featured in Glaeolia as well. Alright, moving down. Okay, so up here, we've got a really big one. This is Ichiba's Romance Mure up here, which I have shown up before. We've got Kage, or Shadow, by Shinohara Katsuyuki, the picture book. Some Sleep Token Revolver issues. Sorry for the dust. I have not dusted yet, but a random assortment again of more recent releases. I don't really know what these ones on the right are yet. This one, Goshiki no Fune by Kondo Yoko, my very first read from them, and I've been in love with Kondo Yoko ever since, so that was an amazing one. Zombie Bat, 3-volume apocalyptic series with zombies, but this one's a really good one, so not in English though, is the only issue. Then we've got Raise, or Yakuza Fiance, one of my favorite ongoing series right now, but I guess ongoing is not really the best word to describe it because it's like on hiatus, I think. Outside of Paradise, Volume 1, I haven't read this, but I think this is also by the same person who did Hinamatsuri, which I loved, so I think, I'll double check. This is another like horror series. We've also got Shit Chofu, one of the volumes for that. Reiwa Omyoji. Man, I don't even know the names of these ones. I have not read these. Golden Gold, I haven't read this in so many years. I've got the first 3 volumes. I wonder how it's going. I found it really funny and really like interesting, but just haven't continued with it. Another series by Morizumi Takehito. Don't know what that's about. Yugai Toshi, I think I've only read the first volume of this. It's kind of like about censorship in manga, but in like fiction form, which was really good, but I just haven't really continued it. Up here is just Wells, Ishiguro, some Mishima, and then the 4-volume series for Seigitai, or Justice Core, by Goto Yuka, Heta Uma artist. And then on the bottom, let me go back a bit. Okay, on the bottom, it's all the heavier books, so all the hardcover ones. So you see X, and then here I guess we'll go through bit by bit. Mizuki Shigeru, Beast Encyclopedia. Kano Osamu, short story collection. Akasegawa Genpei, UFO thingy, but it's also a short story collection. Hardcover of Shoujo Tsubaki by Maruo Suehiro. Lyrica by Miyanishi Keizo. Then you've got another Kano Osamu collection. We have an art book by Nakamura Hiroshi. This is a manga, an interesting like sketch type of manga by, I forgot the name of the person, my bad. Another art book by Hiroshi Nakamura. Then we have Rakuen, or Paradise, by Yoji Moriguchi. We've got Hayashi Seiji book, art book. Another Minishi Keizo one. We've got Garden here by Usamaru Furuya. I've got a lot of other Usamaru stuff, but they're hidden away in like containers, I think. Another Kano Osamu. This is like a GL manga. This is one by Kazuhiko Miyaya. That's what it looks like. New Engineering by Yuji Yokoyama, and then Telephone Sleep Music by Kawakatsu Tokushige. So, oh man, let me try to put that back in. Okay, but yeah, bottom one here, and then let's go over to here, a mess of a section. Got the Heta Uma catalog, and then the Gendai Avant-Garde collection. And then Burning Sound by Yuji Yokoyama, and then 2 picture books by, oh my lord, Nishioka Kyodai. And then these are where kind of like the other art books are. Yeah, so Aki Akane on the very left, Land of Illustrious art book. We've got one called Layers, Flowers by Usamaru Furuya. We've got Junji Ito. We've got Good Cover Designs, it's called. It's just some art book showcasing nice cover designs in manga. Illustration book for Miche. This is a Sean Tan, Australian author, his art book. I think this artist's name was Mono Kubo, rest in peace, but it's kind of like a horror kind of illustration book. And then we've got the 3 volumes of Maruo Graph over here. Illustration book for Mon, and then 2 JoJo magazines, and then Glaeolia 1 and 3. Then we got Chocolate, which is like it's like manga and art, I guess. And then some Taishin stuff, Bacon, Esha, Marguerite, Cicada, also by Sean Tan, No Contacts, issue 2, I think, which is a magazine, and then Rules of Summer, also by Sean Tan. And then on the very top, it's kind of just like the Surugaya haul, which I showed a while ago, plus Red Knight by Hanawa Kazuichi, Yamamoto Takato, art book, Vampire Box, Beautiful Monster by Maruo, Ding Dong Circus. Got like F Flashpoint by Imai Arata, and then like Red Colored Elegy by Hayashi Seiichi, and then over here, it's kind of just, yeah. 36 Degrees. Oh, I do have another Goto Yukiko book. Shoujo BL, Quick Obake, Nakamura Asumiko. So, a lot of other stuff. But, yeah, so I guess that's gonna be the first part of this video. So, just to go over, this is what the bookshelf looks like, top to bottom, showing off just the first layers of it. So again, I apologize for the shaking, apologize for the noise. This was felt like a jank video, but I did also feel like making a collection video after all this time. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I do want to do another, video, of course, showcasing the back layers of this bookshelf, but I don't think it'll be straight away. It might be some time because it's going to take more effort than this one because I've got to take out all the books and then like show them off. And yeah, but either way, I think this is a good video just as, again, a snapshot of the manga I own, the taste that I have, I guess, because yeah, it does not capture like even half, I'd say, of the manga I have. Even the art books as well. Some of the art books are like the large format ones. They can't be put on a shelf because no space, or they're too heavy. So things like the big Ichiba books, the big Kazuo books, Kazuo Umezu books, they're not here. You didn't really see much Ebisu here. Like, I'm just looking around my room, for example, to see, okay, what other things you may be wondering that aren't here, that are actually here, but just scattered around everywhere. So yeah, I guess I'll use this section here at the end of the video to talk about generally what else is in my collection. So stuff like more recent series like Attack on Titan, like I have all 30 volumes of that. I've got all volumes of Monster by Naoki Urasawa. A lot of the Axe issues that I have aren't shown here because I've got like a little trolley for that too. I've got things like, yeah, the big Ichiba collection, other Ichiba books, things like the English drawn and quarterly releases of manga. So like Tsuge Yoshiharu, Tsuge Tarao, they're not here. The bigger art books by Hayashi Seiichi aren't here. The art books I've shown off with King Terry or Alchemical Graphics, not here. Yagyo issues aren't here. What else are there? There's just so many things that aren't on the shelf that I've shown off in other videos and I've talked about before, but it's just that, a shelf can only fit so much space. And I've kind of, I feel like I have pushed this shelf to its like maximum capacity, but I really love, these Gari issues, especially the 73 ones. I also love this little Ichiba section that I have here. But yeah, I think that's kind of like the general gist of what is outside my shelves. But if you have any questions about anything on this shelf, please let me know, because again, this was just to generally showcase what I have. If you are looking for what a specific book is, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will be back. I intend to be back with another bookshelf collection video, but no guarantees on how soon it will be. It will probably be a bit of a while. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, have a nice day. Bye.